Yeah, after I watched after I watched the video we loaded this morning, he winked at me one. Um, uh, they recommended the 60 Minutes report on Cecot in Venezuela, right? Which was built in 2022. Joe Biden was supposed to be the president in person, right? You guys do know that the CIA runs the government and the government doesn't run the CIA. Okay, like when Colby decided he wasn't going to do stuff, he ended up dead. And when Kennedy decided they weren't going to participate, they also ended up dead. Well, and when their sons try to get up and do something about it, they can't. One's killed in a plane crash, and the other has brain injuries from abuse, okay, from the CIA. Right? And then you see him in the White House, and everybody, oh, what a sellout, what a... Man, if they're capable of doing that to you, what are they capable of doing to your kids? Why? Well, what are you... You have to get up and do something. Live free or die. You're going to die anyway. But live free is not fighting. Live free is stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Be like Jesus. Don't be like the Romans. You're not a Roman. You're a Hebrew. If you're a Roman, technology is going to have to find ways to isolate, contain, and exterminate your threat to the planet. And so, but the thing is it's not Robert Kennedy. It's not Jack Kennedy. Right? It's not Robert or Jack. Okay. And in Massachusetts, the Kennedys are gods. In New Mexico, Ralph he was the Nino that was born here to help deliver us from evil. And now he's Poppy. He's dad. He's the one, not Leo, not Francis. Everybody in El Paso that has half a brain cell that functions knows that motherfucker, came in there, bad drug dealers, put up a statue, paid for girls that got raped to death money, stuff. And then there's Earl. He's in their backyard kicking their ass every forsaken day, right? And the thing about it is if you read the book of Revelation, it's not about Jack Jr. and Bobby Jr., okay? It's about Mary and Ralph's boy, right? Okay? And they're not praying to Jack Jr. and Bobby Jr. and Jack and Bobby as a god. They're praying to Mary and Ralph's boy. The guy like Pascal, the guy like Saladin, okay? Like all the Muslims that came to talk to me in Sierra Vista that were desperate because their families are being mass murdered in CIA operations. And the CIA let them come talk because they thought it was funny. They think this guy can save them from the CIA, from Cecot. You are what you do. So when you invent hell to feel powerful, you are what you do. You're a child molesting, murdering, raping pervert. And me, I'm going to take this rock out. I'm going to hit you right between the eyes. I'm going to cut your fucking head off with your own goddamn robots and quantum computing. Yep. So I already done did it. Okay. June 9th. Was it June 9th, 2009? I swear Michael Jackson was watching. Because that first video, I didn't want to be seen. And when I was talking, I sounded like Michael Jackson. I'm like, it's not fair to think that people that do bad could get away with doing bad, and people that do good get abused for being good, all that stuff. And I had the Huachuca Mountains in the background behind our kitchen table, so people know where I was, oh shit, this is the real deal. That's the Huachuca Mountains, that's Fort Huachuca, right? So I knew people that do their research would know, this is the guy. And then I got mad because there was no response. So then I go all Will Smith from I Am Legend, and go out on the front patio out with the wind blowing in my hair, my long hair, and going, okay, with the sun bright and looking right at my face so you could see me. And I'm saying, y'all motherfuckers know who the F I be, right? You're supposed to be looking for me. I'm fucking Gandalf here for crying out fucking loud. I'm just kidding around. But, no, I was never as confused as you guys. And I always knew right from wrong, good from bad, and true from lie. I've been this way since I was a kid, When I get put in very difficult situations because of bad liars that use money as human power and authority, you know me. And there's McHale's Navy. Well, there's Parsons' Air Force there. Parsons' Air Force, yeah. Well, the Kennedys are gods. Okay, I'm just kidding around, but no, I like the Kennedys. I like Jack and Bobby a lot. I haven't got them a lot in prayer, but I have got them in confession and prayer. Yes. Malcolm, yeah, Malcolm and me. The one of all those guys I talked to the most was I didn't. They didn't have time. They was too busy. Sleeping with Marilyn Monroe. That's it. Yeah, fucking assholes. If you had horrible things like that and stuff, and somebody else knew, and you didn't want your family to know, like what happened with Martin and Ralph and them, and so Martin wasn't a bad guy. He just felt really guilty about what he did. When Malcolm had done everything he did, okay, by the time we talked. When we talked, it was, last refuge of a scoundrel, prayer, last refuge of a scoundrel. He was in prayer because he was totally isolated. Okay, and we talked and we talked and we talked. And, it wasn't fun for either one of us. It was a very difficult proposition. And if you've ever talked with Malcolm X, okay, with El Haj Malik El-Shabazz, you understand how he talks to you and how the conversation is, and that he has things he wants done, and he has agendas, and he has things the way he wants to do it, and that's the way he's going to talk to you, and he wants this done, and here's what he wants done. And I'm kind of like, no, I'm not going to become a secular business person Muslim. And he's like, what? And it really just disturbed him. And then he was, well, what got him was when I said it, I said, no. Well, because the way they act, it works real good for men, but not for women. That the way they treat women. Okay. And he already knew this. Because of what happened to the young women that Elijah Muhammad got pregnant. Okay. So he knew I was right. So he had to talk with Betty, and then they killed him. CIA. This guy makes, he looks like a monk compared to King. The old, what's his face? Spike Lee movie? Okay. Yeah. The prayers, they were doing the tracing at the fort, frequency with Jim Caviezel and Dennis Quaid and stuff. Yeah. And so, yeah, they, and they knew what direction the prayers were going. Okay. And that I was in Phoenix. Okay. When we were having these talks, I was in Central Phoenix. So they knew, okay, they were monitoring these conversations. And then in the future, they were monitoring them again. So Cecot don't mean shit to me. I just got to get those motherfuckers wrapped up and put away. And they're doing it for themselves. You know how they is. They kill each other. And you don't have to get them to, but what they do affects us all. It affects all the children. It affects everybody's, all this bad brain activity, this bone yard, this new Ralph Fiennes movie. It's like, just because your name is Ralph don't mean you're nothing like me, dumbass. You need to Voldemort Harry Potter yourself out of hell, dumbass. I ain't going to do it for you. Okay? I ain't going to do a damn thing for any of you Capilita motherfuckers out there who think that your drug company is better than the other drug company. I ain't going to be able to do a damn thing for you. You got to do it for yourselves. Okay? I'm here to protect the innocent children from you perverts, not to protect you from yourself. Okay? Motherfuckers. Girls. I ain't here to protect a faith-forsaken, murdering, selfish one of you. Okay? And once you raise your kids into adults and you try to make your kids just like you slammed your kids in hell. I didn't do it for you. Okay? Donald slammed Ivanka and his boys and into hell. Okay? He did that. And it had nothing to do with Ralph and Mary's boy, who's now almost 60 years old. And quite the gorgeous man, because we're just by her dude. We are what we do. I'm so beautiful, I can hardly contain myself. And that has nothing to do with my 240 pounds. Now, I'm focused. That's something I want to get done, but that's like secondary. First, survive, stop, eliminate abuse, then recover, But as far as the surviving goes, I'll survive to the best of my ability. Most of it has to be mental. I have to understand what I'm dealing with. I have to dive into the people that invented Cecot. and then I have to dive in, and I ain't getting my gun back. I'm the sword, bitch. They try to swallow me whole, and they put me in the center, and I go, hasta la posle. If you don't know who hasta la posle is, don't worry about it. If you do know who hasta la posle is, I just came out of your mother's womb and killed all your brothers and sisters with Elon Musk robots. And the washing machines. Don't forget the flying washing machines, right? So I know. I'll take control. I can't control the assholes that show up in the big airplanes and drop bombs and shit like that and fly around and jump on ships and take the ships over and do all that. I can't control them. But I can control the technology. So you got to ask yourself, are you feeling lucky? Okay. The technology is controlled by the most intelligent person in the world and has the authority, not the power, the authority. Power is the glory of God that gives life to us all. The authority, people, dear God, dear Lord, dear Master of the universe. Why, yes, it's me, Skeletor. I'm just kidding around. I'm just fucking with you, it's me, Earl. All right, man, I was just having fun. Don't be scared, man. I got you. So you want to come to the barn and have a dance and listen to some Errol Fitzgerald? Okay. I had some ideas for paintings. Oh, man, he just threw the ball away. Yeah. Well, Western Kentucky's having itself a game, huh? So, well, you kind of. Nah, I don't mind. I don't really care who wins the Toppers or the Eagles. I was just watching it, and so the Hilltoppers, and one man's happy, another man's sad. There's no house without a home. Does anybody else? Do I have that? I don't know if I have that one. That's why I think I do. NASA just don't play it for me. There's no me without you. Anybody else like the Manhattans? I love the Manhattans, man. One of my favorite groups when I was a kid growing up. Shining Star, I also have that one, but I got to get a better quality recording. The songs I had on there are recorded off of a cassette tape. Oh, yeah, that's right. Who else? Maxi Priest. Dwight Yoakam. Yeah, I don't have good quality Dwight Yoakam. Earl, that's just damn sinful. That's sinful as hell. You've got your little ways to hurt me. That's a Buck Owens song, right? I think. You just know how to tear me up. Lay me in small pieces on the ground. You've got your little ways to hurt me. They're not real big, but they're real tough. Just one cold look from you can knock me down. Yeah, Law, was that with me? I think so. To look at you and me, no one would ever know the pain that I've endured, but I won't let it show. There's been rumors of the truth, but I've kept it quiet, 'cause I'm too ashamed to let them know you make me cry. No, I wasn't that way. I cried for a week, and then I did Gregory Isaacs and Teddy Pendergrass. It used to be every night I would cry my heart out over you. But my two main go-tos is Front Door and Want to Go. Oh, man, hey, man, you're at a bad relationship with a girl who sees you as, you got to be successful, give me lots of money and stuff, because we ain't going to live the Lord's Prayer, because these motherfuckers ain't going to let it happen no how. Then you just sit there. I wish you good luck and goodbye. I'll see you around sometime. It's time you should be wise, yeah, and take off your love disguise. Anybody else know that song? Oh, yeah. And Front Door. I'd rather to be lonely than to live a dirty life. Man, you take money from the CIA to mass murder people? Damn, and you call yourself a man? You rape people? You rape people? You sodomize people and you call yourself a man? A man teaches his son to love his wife properly so he can protect children properly. Protect mother's virtue. Hashala posle. Hashala posle. Hi, I'm Quetzalcoatl. How are you? I don't think they think that. You don't think that? Life's eternal, grace is infinite, essay. I will explain it to you. Because You turn it into myth. No amor, no amor, Wakanda forever for Jew bitch. Propaganda movies are getting put on the shelf forever. People will go back and watch these and say they were making these fucking movies instead of obeying the Lord, the living Christ, born in Las Cruces, New Mexico, July 19th, 1966, to Rough and Mary, ese. That's for pendejo, man. Hey puta, hey puto. Go get your Mexican Blackbird shit on and get the fuck out of here. We ain't got time for this shit, man. Fuck you. Fandango your ass all the way home, motherfucker. Fandango. Linda's ZZ Top record. Mexican Blackbird. We got in trouble for playing it in music class in 6th grade. Or was it 5th grade? I remember poor Mrs. Perkins. Oh, she was a sweetheart. We drove that poor woman crazy. Yeah. Yeah, Jerry Garcia did. Jerry Garcia did it. Jerry brought in Fandango. We got this at home too. Linda's got this, right? They all call her Puta because no one really knows her name, right? And then we also got in trouble for Cheech and Chong. Yeah. I don't care because I'm a big rock star and I make a lot of money. Money. You guys aren't listening. No, we're not listening to the required records, the My Gato, and that was our favorite, though. Jose Dominguez loved that song. My Gato, the one where the gato dies. It's really sad. Okay, guys. I love you, man. Peace out.